All right. So now we have 7 participants. Um, Enoch. Enoch, let me make you a co-host. Okay. So in case the network misbehave, you'll be my co-host. Enoch, hope you can hear me out. Okay. So let me see. Who again will assist in being my co-host? Comfort, can you be my co-host? Comfort, can you be my co-host? Okay, so be my co-host.
It's Mercy. Mercy will be a co-host. It's Mercy Amangwaye.
No, Messi is not in.
Oh, okay. I don't really know.
Okay. So I guess we have Messi now. So Messi
Yeah.
be the host. Okay. So that I'll be the co-host. In case the network jam me out, we'll still have you here. So Messi, I'm making you the host so that you make me a co-host. All right. Okay, so Messi, you make me a co-host so that we proceed. Okay, that's good. All right, so guys, let's go. So today we are looking at the market and then chart. Now, when it comes to trading, so far as you get the community of trading, there are certain information. It will sound so confusing. Okay, it will sound so confusing, especially if you don't get anyone to take time to explain them to you. Right. So that is what we are going to do today. Basically, you might, whenever, anytime you join a trading community or online trading, some of the common term that you hear is market. When we talk of market, what is market? Even though last week we explained that basically when we talk of market, that is the means of buying and selling. Okay. So market is an environment or area where people meet to trade. The reason why we call our traditional marketplace market is because trading is being performed there. So people meet there to trade. Some buy goods, others also sell goods. Okay, that is the meaning of trading. So when it comes to our online market, when we say there is market, now mind you, on our last session, we talk about different types of markets in the crypto industry. So being a spot market, futures market, or any form of market at all, right? Being a spot market, futures market, or any form of market at all, buying and selling on go, which is exchange of a transaction. So there is a transactional means where someone receives something, someone sells something, someone buys something, someone sells something, right? And these are common zones or common avenues where we can that markets or there is buying and selling, right? So once I'm going to share my screen, we are all going to use first trading view. On trading view, we will have what you call charts. How do we use this information to understand what we are doing? You get it? So quickly, let me share my screen. Mind you, for this is the second summit, and for the first time on this second summit, we are going to take our time. So I'm not going to rush the session. I'm going to take it one after the other so that I ensure that each and every one of you can understand the concepts and what we are talking about. So quickly, let me share my screen. Okay. I hope my screen is visible. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right. Okay. So now let's look at charts. So that's what we are looking at. Now, in cryptocurrencies or in trading in general. So mind you, whatever we are learning here, it will help you in any part of the financial market, wherever you want to trade. Not only even crypto. Well, whatever at all you want to trade in the market, it may help you to be able to learn and understand it better. So now let's look at the chart itself. Okay, very good. So over here, because we are using OKX, so quickly let's go. Let's open our OKX. Now, as you can see, last time we said these are all crypto assets. These are all crypto assets. If I should tap on any of these now, the last week when we met, the price of Bitcoin was around 71 or 70 something K. Now today, this is the price. Okay, that is it. Now, let me click on it. Very good. Now you realize that immediately I clicked on this information, we are seeing something. I don't know how we are going to interpret it for now. So all these things from A to Z is what we call it chart. Okay. So over here, you can see this is a chart. Chart. Now, when we talk of chart, okay, that is the information we are seeing here is what we term it as chart. So the ability of the trader to be able to interpret the chart is what brings meaning to the market. So if you are a trader, the first thing is your responsibility as a trader is to interpret chart and tell what happens in the market. So you interpret the chart to tell traders what is happening or the event that has taken place or the event that is going to take place in the market. That is the meaning of chart. So first, we are going to do what we call naming. When I see this, what does it mean? When I see that, what does it mean? So on every chart, if you take a chart, there are certain information that you are going to see on a chart. So that is what we are going to level them one after the other. Mind you, this is a beginner's class. So we are taking the class from one step to another step. So first, we are going to see this thing that I'm circling it here on a chart. Whenever you want to understand a chart, the first thing you need to learn to understand is what I've circled here. Without this information, this can never make sense. So now, on this chart, the first thing that traders respect on a chart is called time frame. Time frame. So you can write it down. The first thing traders respect on a chart is called time frame. Time frame. Do you have it? Time frame. So now, before we expand what we mean by the chart itself, first let's talk about time frame. So without time frame, a trader may not be able to understand and then also interpret chart. Do you get it? So from here, from A to Z, whatever you see here is what we term it as what? As chart. Listen. But for you to be able to interpret all this information here, you should be able to understand this information. What do you mean by chart? So first, let's see. Let me click on more. So you can click on more for us to talk about the time frame. So let me do that. Okay. Now, when we talk of time frame, this is it. This is it. So when we talk of time frame, what is time frame? Now, to a layman's understanding, time frame simply means intervals. Okay, intervals. So preferred what? Intervals. So whenever we are talking about time frame, we mean intervals. What does it mean to say intervals? First, anytime we look at a chart, okay, every chart is open within an interval. every chart opens within what? Within an interval. So it's either 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, or 1 day. It's an interval. So a time frame is an interval on a chart, which helps traders to interpret what a chart. Now let's move on to the next thing. We'll get back to the time frames. So basically, what we mean by these 15 minutes is that there have been 15 minutes intervals on a chart. There have been what? 15 minutes intervals on a chart. When we say 1 hour time frame or a time frame, it seems there have been 1 hour intervals on what? On a chart. When we say 4 hours, it simply means there have been 4 hours interval what? On a chart. Now, let me get back here. Let's break it down. So over here, this information that we can see here, let me try to see if I can do something about it. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Okay. All right. Now, let's proceed. So the next thing is that when we look at interval that we are talking about here, what can we learn from it? What we are saying is that when we take this particular information, what we call the chart, this is what we call the chart. Okay, this is what we call the chart. So for us to be able to explain this chart, we must first learn to understand this event, which is the intervals. So where from that interval, what we mean is that each single information here, the interval between this, each interval is 50, it's 1 hour. Each interval is 1 hour. So for instance, when we take, let me see if I can zoom it. For instance, when we take this particular chart here, it is called candle. This candle of an interval, the interval between this and this is 1 hour. What does it mean? Let's proceed to explain it further. What do we mean? We simply mean is that when we take this particular candle as an example, this particular started and closed. It's opened and closed. That is, it began and ended within a period or interval of 1 hour. So the next thing is this. How do I do this? Please, my co-host, kindly check it out. And then help me out so that I can unshare my screen. I want to unshare the screen so that I can reshare it. I don't know what's happening. All right, okay. Okay, so let me reshare my screen. Okay. All right, let's proceed. Now, this is what we are saying. So whenever we take this particular information, for instance, this one that I've circled, this one that I've circled, this one that I've circled, what we are saying is that the interval between the first and the second one is just 1 hour each. It simply means that each of these, what we call the candles, it's began and ended within an interval of what? Of 1 hour. What do we mean by that? Now, for instance, when we take each candlestick, each candlestick has got two things to explain to a trader. One, opening. Two, closing. Okay, so before a candlestick will start and end, the interval or the period that it will take will be an hour. That is what we mean by 1 hour time frame. Let me know if you get it. I'm trying to find possible means to break it down to beginners level for everyone to understand. Let me know if you get it. 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 Today we are only looking at the chart, how to understand the chart, what we mean by chart, and how beginners can also interpret part of the chart. So let me know if you understand. Yes, let me know if you understand. Okay, Richard Okon. Okay, okay, okay. Not really. All right, good. So let's go over again. Let's go over again. Let's go over again. Now, this is what we mean. So when you come here, this is the chart. Okay, very good. What we are saying is that what we are saying is simple. Is that when we take a single chart, okay, a single candle, we said on this chart there are three things. First, we have the time frame. Second, we have the candle. Okay, these are the things that makes up what we call a chart. The time frame, the candle. We move on to the next thing. So what we are saying is that when we take a candle, for instance, you see, I just tap here for this thing to appear so that we can learn. Now, each candle represents these four things on the chart. First, the opening of the candle. Second is the closing of the candle. In between the opening and then the closing, there is a lower price and a higher price. So this is what we mean. For instance, when we take this particular candle, let me go back. Let me go back. Let's take this chart. So let's assume this is a candle, okay? Let's assume this is a candle. Don't mind the drawing. Anyway, let's assume this is a candle, okay? Now, what we are saying is that this candle maybe represents 1 hour. What it means to represent 1 hour is simple. It's simply it's opened, the opening. It began here as an opening price and it closed here as the closing price. So the opening and the closing of this candlestick took 1 hour duration, a duration of what? Of 1 hour. So this is the opening of the price. That is where it began. Okay, and then this is where it closed. So within this interval, it is 1 hour. Now the next candlestick. So let me clean this. Good. So the next candlestick that also appeared, okay, let's assume this is the next candle. This is the next candle. This is the next candle. Now, this candle also, the interval is 1 hour, which simply means when we say 1 hour time frame, it simply means the interval between each candlestick is what is 1 hour. So let's take the next candle. Right? So anytime we take each of this candle, what are we going to see? We are going to say that it is on the 1 hour time frame because the opening and then the closing of each candle represents 1 hour. So this one is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. So the time frame within candles is 1 hour. Let me know if you get it. 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 We are not in haste, okay? We are not in haste for anything. Our responsibility is for us to understand this session. Yes, understand the charts is the most difficult part of trading. So that is where we need to take our time to learn and then grab the concepts. Mind you, this is just a complete beginner's class. Very good. Very good. So let's go over again. Do you get it? Okay, very good. Very good. So now I'm still going to use the drawing here before we go back to the OKX app. So it simply means anytime I take this particular candle, what I should see, I should understand it that it's within a period of 1 hour, which simply means this candle opened and closed. It's started and ended within a period of what of 1 hour. So the price, it simply means that when we say it's open and closed, what does it mean? It simply means people started buying and selling within a period of what of 1 hour. That is the first thing that we need to understand. Second, like I said, where is it? Okay. So now we know of time frames. We know of what of time frames. We know of candles. Now there are two candles on this chart. You can see some are green, some are red. Or I don't know how we will call this. Maybe I can change the color. Some are green, some are also what? Also red. Let me see if we can do that settings. Let me click on settings. So to see if I can change the color. Okay. So let me see. Okay, very good. Okay. All right. For now, I'm not going to disturb you in setting up too many things here. So very good. Very good. Let me see if there is any other setting that we will do. Okay. Good. Very good. Now let's go. So I've just done a little setup here so that we can understand the chart. That's all. Okay. So now what we are saying is that this particular candle that we see, this is what we call time frames. time frames. And then this is what we call candles. Candles. Now the next thing that each of these candle, like we said it's open and close. The next thing is that this candle is divided into two. One, we have bullish candle and then bearish candle. So let's go. Mind you, hope you are taking records. Write every single information. This is the foundation of your lesson. If I am to show you my foundational notes, you'll be amazed. 8 years, 9 years ago, when I was learning crypto, I still have all my notes there. So we have bullish candle, bullish. It's I, bullish candle, and then also bearish candle. Bullish candle, and then also what? Bearish candle. Now, what does it mean? When we say a bullish candle, that simply means that when we talk of bullish, let me know if you have a fair idea about bullish in economics or in finance. When we say bullish, what does it mean? Bullish mean. Let me see if you have any knowledge about it. When we say bullish, when we say something is bullish, what does it mean? In finance or economics, when we say something is bullish, a market is bullish, what does it mean? Meaning of bullish. Yes, let me see if my students have fair idea about what we are yet to discuss. When we say bullish, what does it mean? Yes, you can write it in the chat box or you can also raise your hand. Okay, you can write it in the chat box or you can raise your hand. You can write it in the chat box or you can also raise your hand. Yes, when we say a market is bullish, okay, so booming market, no idea. Yes, who again? If you don't have any idea, just type no idea. I just want to know. A high demand, price rising. Okay, price rising. Yes, who again? When we say a bullish market, rising market. Okay, yes, who again? Very good, very good. So now let's proceed. It's good. It's good. Some of you are fair knowledge. Some of you too. We are going to learn now. Now, when we say a market is bullish market, for instance, when our grandparents goes to markets and they are able to buy more goods in economics or in finance, we can say that today the market was very bullish. So basically, when we talk of a bullish market, that is a market that has got high demand. Okay, when we say a bullish market, it simply means a market with high demand or buyers in the market were more than the sellers. It simply means those who came into the market to buy are higher as compared to those who came into the market to sell. That is when we say a market is bullish. So in our case, green candles simply means a buying market or a bullish market. So take into consideration these terms: buying slash bullish, or selling slash bearish. Are we learning? Buying or bullish, selling or bearish. So on the chart, each single chart that we see on or each candle that we see, the candle on that particular chart either represents a bullish candle, a bullish what? A bullish candle, or a bearish candle. Now, on the chart, a bullish candle is green, and then a bearish candle is what is red. Do you get it? A bullish candle is green, and then a bearish candle is what is red. Together? Are we together? Are we together? A bullish market is what? Is green, and then a bearish market is red. Do you get it? Mind you, this is a complete beginner's class, so I'm taking time to ensure that you understand by the time you leave here. Very good. Very good. So now, anytime a market begins to go up, that is, it begins to rise, okay? Anytime market begins to rise, what are we going to say? When the market is rising, what are we going to say? We will say the market is bullish. It's what? It's bullish. And anytime market is going to drop, we will say the market is what? Is bearish. That is it. So when we see a market going up, we say that the market is very bullish. And when we see a market going down, we say that the market is what? Is bearish. So on this particular chart, as an example, on this particular chart, you can see part of this information is green, which simply means that this particular candle is bearish, while this particular candle is what? Is this is bullish, this is bearish. So anytime we see, even if it is line, just a line that we see on this particular chart, even if it's just a line, okay, even if it is what? Just a line, as in this, and then it is red, as in, for instance, this one as an example. So far as it is red, it simply means it is bearish. That is sellers. We can see that it simply means that sellers are taking control. And if it is green, traders will say that buyers are taking control. Please, do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Patricia, do you understand? Yes, let me know if you understand. So, Ella, do you understand? Favor, do you understand? Richard, all right, good, very good, very good. Now we can move on to the next thing on the chart. So what we are saying is that all this entire information is called charts, okay? We are still on charts, right? We are still on what? On charts. We are still on charts. So let's go. Now, it is this chart that will help you to make good decision. So let me still tap on it again. Good. Now, for instance, like I said, each candle represents, explain four things on a chart. One, the opening, the high, the low, and the closing. So for instance, when we have this particular candle, when we take a candle as an example, when the candle is bullish, listen, if the candle is bullish, it's open at the end here. If it is bearish, it's open at the end here. Let me explain. Now, when people want to buy, this is where economics comes in. So let me jump from this end. Let's get back to the board again. Now, one principle in economics is that if there is more demand, when the price of something is expensive, what happens to the thing? People begin to do stop purchasing. Let's assume you want to buy something. The price is very high. What do? You have to hold on. So in economics, what we say is that demand creates supply, and supply creates demand. So some of you in economics class, SHS, university, wherever you studied economics, of you run away from the class. You see, in life, every skills require this information called economics. Okay. So what we are trying to mean is that when we say supply, it simply means that the price of something is what is cheap. When we say demand, it simply means the price of something is what is expensive. So when it comes to trading, the buying simply means that it is demand. People are buying more. And then the selling simply means that it is supply. So what we are saying with regards to candle is this. Now, when the price of something is cheap, people begin to do what? Buy more. Okay? People begin to do what? Buy more. So don't expect to be selling things which are cheap. But rather, people begin to sell in economic principle, people begin to sell substance which are expensive. So when the substance is expensive, people will begin to do what? Sell. But when it is cheap, people will begin to do what? Buy. This is true of us. Now you yourself, when you go to the market and you realize that something is very expensive, will you buy? No, you won't buy. But if it is cheap, will you buy or not? Let me know. If the price of a substance is cheap, will you buy or not? Will you buy or not? Yes. If the price of a substance is cheap, will you buy or not? Yes. Will you buy or not? Very good. Very good. Very good. Exactly. So Samson said, buy very quickly. Yes. Very good. So you see this particular candle as an example. Mind you, we said this is called candle. We said this is called what? Candle. So this candle that we see here, if it is a bearish candle, this is the opening. This will be the opening price. It simply means buyers will begin to do what? Buy the price here. Now, if this same candle tends to be a bullish candle, this is a bullish, so it is green. So let me use the word green line for it. If it is a bearish candle, this is where the price will begin to do what? Open. This will be the opening price. If it is bearish candle, this is the opening price. If it is bullish candle, this is the opening price. You see, so that is the inverse. Will be the that is the opposite of opening will be for closing when it comes both bullish and then bearish. So what we are saying is that for for bullish, it is green. And since the price is up or it is expensive, people will begin to sell. Now, for instance, you have a property. Now, on the market, you go to the market, let's assume you have a bag of gari. You now went into the market, you realize that, oh, initially one bag of gari was $100. Now they are selling one bag of Gary at $120. You will not go and buy, but rather you do it. You will sell your Gary so that you can also make profit. So it simply means you are selling from the top. So that is the reason why the price begins here for bullish. So the price begins here and then it ends here. And then for bearish, the price begins here and then it ends here. Let me know if you get the concept now. Do you get it? Please, do you get it now? Do you get it? Do you get it now? Let me know if you get it. Let me know if you get it. Do you get it? Let me know if you get it. Let me know if you get the concept. Let me know if you get the concept. Let me know if you get the concept. Yes, let me know. Okay, so please come again. Okay, one more time. Okay, very good. Yes, let me also know if you get it or you also need more time. Yes, yes. Okay, now this is what we are saying. Now that you understand the market rules, let's proceed with the market rules. Now, we go into the market to buy something, or we went into the market, into a particular market to buy something. Now, when we got there, we realized that what we are going to buy is very cheap. So let's assume this is the price. This is it. It's very cheap. So it simply means the price is low. So we will buy. Okay. We will buy at the lowest point. Now, if it happens that we are owning that particular substance and we want to sell, are we going to sell it at a cheaper price? The answer is no. We would rather sell it at an expensive price, which is the ending here. So what we are saying is that when it comes to a bearish market, this is going to be the opening price of a bearish market. When it comes to a bullish market, this is going to be the opening price. Do you get it? This is going to be the opening price. So for a bullish market, the price starts from here. And then for a bearish market, the price starts from here. Do you get it now? For a bullish market, this is going to be the opening and then the closing. For a bearish market, this is going to be the opening and then the closing. It simply means this is where it's going to start and this is where it's going to end. Then for a bullish, this is where it is going to start, this is where it is going to end. Do you get it now? Let me draw a chart and then you observe it again. Now, we have two charts here. So, this is a bearish chart. Bearish. That is a selling price. Okay. So, for every selling price, this is the opening. The opening, the closing. Good. Then for a bullish, this is the opening, this is the closing. Please, do you get it now? Now, I believe you understand the reason why it is so. Because for a bearish, we will begin to buy it at a cheaper price. So this is the opening market. This will be the closing because this is where the price become expensive. Then for a bullish market, this is going to be where people begin to do what? Sell, because the price is expensive. So the selling price will begin here and then it will end here as the closing price. So they started here and then they ended it here. But for bearish, they started it here and then they ended it here. Do you get it now? Do you get it? Let me know if you get it. Do you get it now? Samson, do you get it? Technopop 8, do you get it? Do you get it now? Let me know in the chat box if you get it. Let me know in the chat box if you get it. Let me know in the chat box if you get it. Let me know in the chat box. We are not in haste, okay? We are not in haste. We are not in haste at all. At all. Very good. Very good. Now, let's continue. So now let's get back here. I believe after getting back here, you will now begin to understand. So the next thing is that this is one is a bullish candle, one is what is a bearish candle. Let's proceed. So let me still tap on it again. So now what we are saying is that each candle on a chart have an opening price. So that's the reason you are seeing the opening price. Then the closing price is this. In between the opening and the closing price, there is a higher price and then the lower price. What does it mean? It simply means that between the opening and then the closing price, the price started at its lowest point and it ended at a particular high point. So for instance, another issue on board. So when we take this particular chart, as an example, for instance, this is the candle. Even though this is where they started, but maybe the price became very low. It even became very low at a point in time. And then it also became very high at a point in time. So let's say the person who came into the market in the morning, or the person who went into the market in the morning will say that, oh, in the morning when I got there, this was the price. And then the person also who went in the evening will say that when I got there in the evening, this was the price. This simply means between the person who got there in the evening and then in the morning, they might have got the price at a different rate. So one will see it as the lowest price, others two will see that as the highest price. So when you come here on this particular chart, we said each candle have the opening, the closing, the low, and then the high. So for now, consider the opening and then the closing alone. As we advance the lesson, you grab the concept on the high and then the low. So this particular candle that you see, this is the opening, this is the closing. So each particular candle on a chart, listen, each candle on a chart represents a particular price within a time frame. We started with a time frame like 1 hour. So over here, when we say 4 hours, it simply means this chart. Now we are combining the time frame and then the candle. When we say 4 hours, it simply means this particular candle, it's opened and then closed within a period of 4 hours. So it started here and ended here. The duration between this to this end is 4 hours. That is what we mean by 4 hours time frame. So when I set up a trade, or when I position the chart and I say I am using the 4 hours time frame. Let's look at what it means to this particular candle that I'm drawing. Good. Now, it simply means each of this candle opened and closed within 4 hours. Each candle opened and closed within 4 hours. Each candle opened and closed within what? Within 4 hours. So this is 4 hours. 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 So we will call this particular chart 4 hours interval or time frame. Now, when I position this same chart on the 1 hour, it simply means each of this candle open and close within 1 hour. Each close, it's open and close within 1 hour. It's open and close within 1 hour. Please, do you get it? Do you get it? Let me know if you get it. Do you get it? This is what we mean. This. So over here, this is the time frame. This is the time frame. This is 1 day. This is 4 hours. This is 1 hour. This is 15 minutes. So when I turn off the trade to 1 day time frame, now it simply means each candle took a duration of 1 day, which is 24 hours. It took a duration of what? Of 1 day, which is 24 hours. So even this candle took 24 hours, this took 24 hours, this took 24 hours. So should we add all these candles? Let's assume we are counting them. Let's assume we are counting them. So let me start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wherefore, each candle represents 1 day, which simply means from here, from this place to this place, it took 12 days, 12 good days for this candle to appear. That is the meaning of the 1 day time frame. Let me know if you get it. Let me know if you get it. Do you get it? Do you get it? So the same as 4 hours. So when we say 4 hours, it simply means the display on this particular chart. Each candle, it took it 4 hours. This is 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, like that, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. Do you get it? If I switch it off to 15 minutes, it simply means this candle took 15 minutes. This took 15 minutes. This took 15 minutes, 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 15 minutes. Likewise, this. So that is the reason why you are seeing this. Look at this. Look, observe it. You can see it keeps loading. The countdown keeps going, which simply means out of the 15 minutes, it has left with 11 minutes and some seconds for the price to change or for a new candle to form. So formation of each candle on this particular chart takes 15 minutes. So each of this candle that you see here, it took it a duration of 15 minutes or an interval of 15 minutes for a new one to form. Let me know if you get it. Let me know if you get it. Do you get it? Very good. So that is how traders are able to observe the chart and interpret. Okay, that is how traders are able to observe a chart and then do what? Interpret. Now, let me add the other part of it to it. Then I hold on for you to ask your question. So on each candle, the price may either go high or low. Why? Because it's either it is a buying candle or a selling candle. It is either it's a buying candle or a selling candle. So you can see over here the price went up. Look at it. Look at the buying candles. Look at the green candles. The price went up. When you look at the arrangement of this particular candle, the price went up. When you look at this particular candles, the price is getting low, below. It's going down. Can you see? That is how we say a bullish and a bearish what? Market. So whilst price may go up, price may also come down here. So what traders, the reason why we call it trading in the financial market is that people study this trend. They study how the price goes up, how the price comes down. Then they use that opportunity to make money. Now, are you understand the reason why they said there is money in trading? Because someone is taking his time. We've not even started. Okay. So today, that's the introduction to charts. Okay. So someone is taking his time to study why the price keeps going up, it keeps coming down. So price went up here, then it came down like this. You see, so someone is going to take his time to study this, and that is what we are going to do. If you miss the class, you miss it all. You are missing money. This is called money. This is called what? Money. So someone is taking his time to study why the price comes down, then it goes up here. You see, it goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down, it goes up. So the person is going to take his time to study, then he make decision, good decision. Now you get it. Very good. So that is how traders make money out of every single information. Out of every single information on what? On a chart. So as a chart behaves like this, a trader sees the opportunity, he sees the opportunity involved, and then he do what? He begins to do what? Make money with it. So he sees the opportunity along with it, then he used that opportunity to make money. Yes. So we are going to look at it in the next session, if God permits, tomorrow. Let me end here. If you have any question, ask your question. Let me end here. If you have any question, ask your question. Now, the session is recorded and it will be uploaded so that you can still take your time to go over again. If you have any question, raise your hand and ask your question. If you have any question, raise your hand and ask your question. If you have any question, raise your hand and ask your question. If you have any question, raise your hand or you can type it in the chat box. If you have any question, you can raise your hand or you type it in the chat box. But let me know, did you understand what we discussed this evening? Is this well understood? Okay. 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 So ask more questions. Those of you that have question, you can ask your question. Okay. Very well understood. That is good. So far, so good. Okay. From Patricia. Yes. Who again? If you have a question, you can ask. If you have a If you have a question, you can ask. Okay, so let's look at the question here. What are the consequences of reading the time wrongly? What are the consequences of reading the time wrongly? Okay, so now what happens if I read the time wrongly? Now, it may give me, I may end up giving wrong interpretation to the market. Listen, if I read the time wrongly, it may end up giving me wrong interpretation of the what? Of the market. So when we talk of a chart, you see, it is called, when you talk of a chart, the definition of a chart simply means a visual presentation. What I can see, you get it? That is what we call visual. A visual presentation. Okay, so if I read this information wrongly, it may give me, it may lead me to interpret the entire market wrongly. And if I interpret the entire market wrongly, it may lead me to making wrong decision. So for instance, let's assume a market woman goes into a market. Now, because she lacks better understanding about Makola market or Nigeria market, or let's say any market at all in Ghana here, maybe KJTR market. Now, if I lack understanding about the market, the first consequence that I'm going to face is that I will have a very poor selling or buying condition. Because I lack understanding, I may not be able to give good prices in the market, or I may end up buying expensive things in the market. Do you get it? So hope you get it. So if I read the chart or wrongly, it may lead me to misinterpret the market. Hope you get it. Hope you get it. Hope you get it. Very good. Very good. Very good. If you have any question, you can ask. If you have any question, ask. Now, if you have any question, you can ask. I'm waiting for your question. Okay. Okay, so should we proceed or we should end the session? Should we proceed or we should end the session? Now, mostly sessions like this is sometimes confusing. I know some of you may not get it all. So sometimes it's better we hold on for you to go and revise the session again. Think about it, brainstorm about the session, then we get back on track again. That's the reason why mostly I loved for us to have. We hold on our next session, we meet again. That's the reason we have the discussion platform. So if it happens that you don't understand anything, the discussion platform is there. So you get back to the discussion platform, you ask good questions or you ask questions on the discussion platform so that it can enable us to have well discussion on the discussion platform as well, or well lesson on the discussion platform. So if there is no question, I will leave you an assignment. If no, I'm going to leave an part of a chart, information on a chart. Okay. Now, this is what I want to do. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to go and do. I want you to go and learn. So I'll ask you on a platform, what is the difference from what you've discussed this evening? What is the difference between 15 minutes time frame, 1 hour time frame, and then 4 hours time frame? What is the difference and then 4 hours? Wow. What makes the difference? If you know why. So go and take your time to learn on the difference. If there is difference, you state your reason. If there is no difference, you state your reason. So what is the difference between 15-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, 4 hours, and then 1 day time frame. What is the difference? Take your time and then answer it. So if you get, you can share with me. You can with me in my inbox before we all discuss it on the platform. If you get a complete answer, you share with me in my inbox before we um discuss on the platform. So the question is, what is the difference? What is the difference? Is the difference between the 15-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, 4 hours, and then also 1 day time frame? Go and search it out so that you share it with me. So you my inbox your answer with me. All right. So I believe that is helpful. I believe that is okay. 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 Today my elite spell couldn't join us much. Why? My elite spell. All right. I believe that is okay. So you are going to get us the difference between the 15 minutes. So the 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and then the 1 day time frame. So go and get it and then share with me in my inbox. That is part of our lesson. So please go and do it. And mind you, I'm still observing. And as time goes on, we shall see either to extend the lesson or to end it so that people can be able to. Okay, so Elite Spell said her network doesn't go today. All right, sorry, sorry. The same 1 hour, 4 hours, and then also 1 day time frames. All right, that is it. So the question, the assignment has been dropped in the chat box. Please go and learn more, search more about it. Come and share with me in my inbox. If God permits, we shall meet on a discussion platform. My discussion platform is always available, and it's eligible for us to discuss anything, trading, things that bothers your thoughts. Maybe you've seen things online that you don't understand. You can feel free to discuss it on, drop it on the discussion platform so that we all learn together as well. All right, so we shall meet on the discussion platform, and mind you, and our next session is Thursday. Our next session is Thursday, so let's all get prepared. Meanwhile, make sure that you go on to work on the assignment. If you don't understand anything, you're always welcome. Feel free to chat me or drop your question on the discussion platform so that we can all discuss it together. All right, so this is where time will permit us to end this session. We shall meet again. Thank you. If this evening session has been an impactful session to you, react, drop a message in the box for me to see if you've enjoyed this evening session. If you enjoyed this evening session, drop a message in the box for me to know. If you've enjoyed this evening session, drop a message in the box for me to know. If it has been impactful session to you, you can drop a message in the box for me to know. You can drop a message in the box for me to know. Very good. All right. All right. All right. That is good. So we are going to end here. If God permits, we shall meet again. 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 Yes. So we will drop the recorded session version. So don't worry. We will drop. All right. So guys, let's I wish you all the best. And trust me, if you can learn and learn this information very well, the next 6 months, probably we are ending the third quarter of 2025. The first quarter, sorry, of 2026. And the second and the third quarter is going to be awesome for you. If you can learn these skills very well, it's really going to help you. It's going to be a lifetime skills that it will take you decades and you're going to teach countless number of people for what you are acquiring today. Take it serious, and trust me, you'll soon be a global leader. I wish you all the best and have a good night. Sound sleep. Love you all. Bye.